All right, so I'm gonna do a little video on this Craftsman Atlas 12-inch lathe. There's not a whole lot of information of these on the internet. From what I understand, they were built from 1939 to 1945, based on catalogs. This is a model 10107-383. It has been taken apart and painted. I don't believe this is all original parts. I'm pretty sure this shaft is not original, and I don't think this motor is original because my Craftsman drill press does not have this brand of motor on it. But I'm not sure because this is much older than that drill press. This is just a basic operations video, how this thing works and everything. So obviously there's the motor. This is a 34-inch by half belt. This inside one, it needs to be changed. It is not the right size. I'm guessing it's either a 31 or a 32-inch belt. A lot of people go for the AccuLink so you don't have to take out the speed reduction shaft to change the belt, which is what I'm going to switch to when I get the final parts. I was just wanted to get this up and running, and that was in stock at the local Tractor Supply. So a few things to note here. Back here we have the tailstock, which you just crank that. Obviously it's just like any other lathe, but figured I would just show the case that. I believe both my handles are broken here, but this is your tool post X move or Y movement, and this is your entire fixture for the tool post Y movement. This is just, you just have two different points of adjustment here. This is your big X movement, and if you engage this, make sure it's all the way engaged, all the way down. This is your feeder, which I have to get new gears for this, but this is your feeder, and it does have the threading chart and everything for the you know, gears and everything. I do have more gears, but for right now I'm just leaving it like this for the time being, because I need to get two new gears here. And then I think I'm gonna have a buddy, he's got a resin printer, and I think he's gonna make me some gears for this, because I believe he can print in some hard materials that I'm gonna try on this, but I do have some aluminum ones. Basic operation of this, I'm gonna make sure that my gib is unlocked here. This is free, this is the spindle lock right here. Make sure that's all the way out. And then if I just flick this on, you can see it's a pretty quiet lathe. This is just, I did freshly oil this, so it is working better, but this shaft is definitely worn out, and I do have to replace this. From what I understand, that this is a 3/4 inch shaft. If not, well, I have a lathe, so I could turn it down to whatever size I need, obviously. Once I get the correct chuck for it, which I do not have the chuck for it currently, and it is on the way. Actually, I have two coming. I have a Jacobs 58B, which is like a drill chuck, and then the 58 and the 59 fit this. One thing of note is that this, let me see if I can get this one-handed. This thread is a 1.5 by 8, which is not a very common thread size. Usually you see the 1 by 8, or at least the 1.25 by 8, or some of the smaller ones use some different ones. But something of note, if you're going to get one of these older Atlas Craftsman style lathes, is that they have the very large 1.5 inch by 8 thread on that. But the other operations we've got here are the power feed, which down is out and up is in. So I will showcase how that works. So if I turn this on, it's going to be rather loud because those two gears are rather worn out. Oop. Yeah, make sure that's off. So with that spinning, I'm going to go push this down. And as you can see, it starts to feed out. I'm going to disengage that, turn it off. And then I'm going to put this to the up position. Then I'm going to lock that again. Turn this on. And you can see it's going in now. The original tool post for this machine was one of these. I've switched to a Shars unit. If you're looking for a part number, it is 250-100. Pretty standard tool post arrangement. I've got a few extra little holders right here. But yeah, this is the basic operation for a Craftsman 101 lathe. This is the 101-07383. And yeah, I hope that this helps somebody in the future, because I bought this in a bunch of boxes. I had one photo from God knows when. And yeah, I got it all together, for the most part. And yeah, it's a pretty good lathe. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.